Hi everyone, it's me again, VA Jessie or JAZZLYN LOZADA from TELECREW Outsourcing. To those who are new here, I provide work from home tips, sales and phone skills improvement, and anything related to virtual assistants. I also create real estate ISA tutorials to help my fellow real estate appointment setters and cold callers. I am also the Chief Operating Officer and founder of TELECREW Outsourcing. We are a virtual call center based in the Philippines, and we provide B2B sales, B2C sales, appointment setting, cold calling, lead generation, and real estate appointment setting. So for today's video, we're gonna continue our circle prospecting training. In my last video, we talked about what a circle prospecting is and why it's to the benefit of your realtor to do a circle prospecting, and what you should do when you are dialing for a realtor and how to become a more effective cold caller if you're dialing a circle prospecting list. For today, we are going to tackle the script. I have the script with me. We call it a conversational circle prospecting script because it is conversational. It's not like you're selling something or you want to list their property right away. It's more on becoming curious and asking questions and digging deeper, okay, which is very important if you want to build trust and connection. So this is the script that we have, okay? So of course, you would say, hi, this is Jessie. I'm with Keller Williams. And you don't have to be really specific. Like if you have a certain brokerage that you're calling from, it's not necessary for you to tell them exactly what the name of your office is or the firm. Just if you're saying, like, you can say, if you're calling from John Smith Real Estate Brokerage from Keller Williams, you can just simply tell them you're calling from Keller Williams, okay? So this is how the script goes. Hi, is this John? Hey John, this is Jessie. I'm calling from Keller Williams. How are you? Remember, you should sound like you're not reading from a script, although you have a script. Hi John, I'm calling today because there has been interest in your neighborhood and we have multiple buyers wanting to buy a property in the area. I'm wondering who you know that might be thinking about making a move this year. So basically in here, you are kind of asking them if they know someone who has any plans of moving this year. You're not directly asking them. It's going to bring up curiosity from your leads, so this is a really good tactic. But most often than not, they will answer with a no. No, I don't know anyone who has any plans of selling. After you ask, I'm wondering who you know that might be thinking about making a move this year, it is important to tell them, like, that's okay. Thank you so much for thinking about it for me. The next question, it would require you to sound like friendly and very curious. You can't sound as if you're desperate or pushing them to buy anything because you're not really selling them anything, okay? Our goal here is to have a conversational approach, okay? A friendly approach. You don't want to sound as if you were a telemarketer. All right, just out of curiosity, when do you plan on moving? Usually they won't really tell you straight up, so that's why you have to probe a little more. Like, can I ask you, John, how long have you lived in the neighborhood? Okay, where did you move from here? Right. And how did you happen to pick this area? So John, if you were to make a move, where do you plan to go next? When do you think that's going to be? So basically, it would take a lot of practice for you to sound confident here and for you to sound natural, even if you're reading off of a script. You don't necessarily have to ask all the 4 questions here when you're asking if they have any plans of moving. You can ask 1 or 2 questions just to probe a little bit, just to know a little bit about their plans and to gauge if they have any plans to sell or move, like maybe in 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, it doesn't matter. All you want to do is to get the information if they do have any plans of selling at all. Even after asking if they have any plans on moving and they tell you, I don't have any plans at all, I am not moving, I just moved here and I think I'm gonna die here, or maybe I want to stay here forever. This is where my families are, my friends are, and so I'm comfortable in the area. I don't want to move at all. Once you hear that firm no, there's no point of going forward or asking them even more questions, because it's just going to be a waste of time and you'll probably end up getting hung up on because you are becoming too pushy or desperate. So your next step is to get their email address, just so your realtor would have a record and they can send like marketing information to them. So if things changes, then they have your realtor's contact. There is a higher chance for them to hire your agent because they've been sending constant emails to them or follow-ups. So your verbiage would be, John, I really appreciate your time today. Once every month, we send market updates to some of the neighbors to help keep their finger on the pulse of the market. Would you like to receive that? Again, the approach is like you're still asking for permission. You're not actually being assumptive that they want to receive that. In a typical telemarketing setup, we would say, so I'm just going to send you an email with market updates. But here, no, you're not going to do that. You're still going to get a permission from them, okay, to send the email. Would you like to receive that? Great. What's a good email I can send this to? At any point they identify themselves as a potential nurturer, you can't skip to the nurture criteria question. So by the time that you feel that they have a genuine plan in selling in the near future, maybe 6 months, 1 year, or 2 years, or whatever, as long as they expressed an interest in selling, you can go ahead and ask these questions already. You can probe and pre-qualify them because that's what you're looking for, okay? In circle prospecting, again, what you're looking for is a potential lead with an upcoming plan in selling. We're not aiming for a closing right away. We're not aiming for a closing in 2 weeks. When you're doing circle prospecting, you're building your pipeline and follow-ups, okay? And you're helping your realtor or your team to gather as much nurtures as they can, which can be closed in the upcoming months. Okay, so first you have to ask for the motivation. And I have a bunch of questions and follow-up questions to dig deeper and to know about their motivation. Sometimes they will answer questions really, really vague, like, I want to move to Las Vegas. Moving to Las Vegas is not the real reason, okay? It's just a tip of the iceberg, so you have to ask and dig deeper into that. So you can ask the following questions below, okay? You can say, okay, that's exciting. You want to get to Las Vegas. So why is that important for you? Or you can also ask, what will that do for you? Okay. Or you can simply ask, can you tell me more about that? Again, these 3 questions are, in my own opinion, are just listed here just for you to have some options of what questions you can ask, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to ask the 3 questions because, again, you want to be careful and you do not want to sound as if you're doing a survey. But if you feel like you're not satisfied with the answer of your lead and you want to dig deeper even more, you can ask, maybe 2 out of 3 from the questions below. It is important to know that circle prospecting won't be successful if you dial manually. When I say dial manually, this means calling from a sheet and dialing through a soft phone or VoIP service. This won't yield results because it's going to slow down the process, and in circle prospecting, your goal as an ISA is to dial many prospects to get more potential leads. I'm currently using an excellent real estate power dialer and CRM engagement platform called Prospect Boss. This system features a 4-line dialer allowing you to call 4 numbers simultaneously. They also provide ready-to-dial leads including expired listing, absentee owners, for sale by owners, and circle prospecting lists. And this would eliminate the need for you to skip trace it because it already has the phone number and all of the information that you need. Prospect Boss enables you to text, email, and make outbound calls all from one platform. And here's the exciting part. In today's environment, it's increasingly challenging for real estate cold callers to make a contact. often because our virtual numbers are flagged as spam likely due to FTC's stir-shaken initiative aimed at reducing robocalls. Prospect Boss offers a clever solution to this, and the platform will provide you at least 5 phone numbers scrubbed with carriers to reroute the calls and prevent them from being blocked. And this will definitely increase your chances of a higher pickup rate. It is also very affordable at $85 per month for 1 line and $149 per month for 4 lines. You can also use my promo code JAZZ, that's J-A-Z-Z, to get a 20% discount. So there is a pointer here from letter B that says motivation must be real and not just wanting to test the market. What does it mean? If you get a lead that says, yes, I want to sell, do you have $1 million? And the house in the area are just costing around $300 to $400, that is not a real motivation. Okay, so that's just someone who's testing the market. So just be careful with that, okay? If the price is the motivation, you have to dig deeper. And there are questions that you can ask, like number 1, what price would motivate you to make a move? Okay, so John, what price would motivate you to make a move? Or how much do you owe on the property? What will you be using the proceeds from the sale? These are quite personal, so I often ask them the first one, which is, John, what price would motivate you to make a move? Pointer number 2 under B of motivation, if ever they tell you that they want to get a bigger or smaller home, and that is their motivation, you also have to dig deeper, okay? So John, what would your ideal home look like? So John, would you want to stay in the area? What do you like best about your current home? What do you like least about your current home? The second thing that you have to know is the time frame. Okay, so John, when do you see yourself being ready to make the move? If your lead is unsure about the time frame, you can dig deeper, right? You can ask again any of these questions. So say for example, so when are you planning to make a move? And then they tell me, I'm not really sure. It's just something that I've been thinking about, but I'm not sure when my family would be ready. You can follow up and give them options. Say, for example, when I'm doing it, I'd say, okay, no worries, but do you think that's going to be like in 6 months, or maybe in a year, or maybe in 2 years? They would definitely give you an answer, okay? So let's say, for example, they tell you 12 months, okay? This is my favorite question because it really makes sense to me. What about that time frame is important to you? So you're basically asking them, why does it have to be 12 months? And then they would tell you why, they would be honest about it. Again, during the conversation, your lead would reveal more and more. So it's important for you to listen, right? Talk less and listen to what they're saying. Take notes as well. And then after that, you can ask them, are there circumstances that would enable you to make this happen sooner for you and your family? What you want to know here is if there is a sale opportunity sooner than a year. Would there be any factor that would affect their decision? Okay. Again, you're asking, you're not pushing. Are there circumstances that would prohibit you from making this move happen? So in this question, you're asking them, is there any possible reason that would make them change their mind? For the third question here, I'm assuming you're not already committed to a realtor, correct? Because after all the efforts you've done, you've sent your realtor there, your realtor comes up to their property, they have a conversation, and they would they would tell you, my brother is a realtor, I don't want to sign up with you. You don't want that to happen, okay? So you wouldn't get to this point if they already have a realtor. But of course, to be safe, you want to ask it. So next, contact information, okay? So you are going to get all of their information. You're going to reconfirm the address. You're going to get an email address. You're going to get a contact number, a backup contact number. And then you'd want to try and set the appointment. You know what, John? What I want to do right now is to have my realtor come over and take a look at your property and give you a comprehensive market analysis of how much it's worth and what kind of preparations he can do for you, even if you're not yet ready to sell. I know that you don't have any plans of listing or selling right now. You know, it's not going to happen until after a year, and that's fine. Our team would like to give you an information about how your market is going, or what is the market trend and how we can help you in the future in regard to finding a buyer and preparing your home to be listed in the market. Again, it's a no obligation, no commitment conversation. My realtor is always in your neighborhood because he's dealing with some buyers and sellers, and I'd like him to swing by and talk to you about your property, okay? So it depends on how you are going to say it, but that's the way I do it. But I'd like to be honest with you, customers or for leads that are telling you they don't have any plans to sell in like until after a year, they most likely wouldn't want to do anything at all. Like they don't want to meet with realtors. And that's absolutely fine. If they tell you they don't want to do that, don't push them, okay? Just tell them that, okay, no, not a problem. I'm just going to have my agent send you a comprehensive market analysis of your property, and then maybe we'll keep in touch with you, okay? From time to time. We'll leave our information by sending you an email, and then if you have any questions, you can, email us or call us back. So basically what you're doing here is you're putting this customer into a pipeline so that your realtor can do his or her follow-up. Your team might not get the result or the closing straight away, but if you get like 100 of these per month, it can turn into like closings in the next few months or the next year. Okay, that's actually the goal of the circle prospecting, is to build a prospect list, is to widen the network of your agent, is to get a nurture list, okay? But there are times that you would be able to get highly motivated sellers along the way. I've experienced that, when I was dialing, I've experienced someone who's looking to sell in 3 months, and we were able to list the property when my realtor went there. So you would come across leads like these, especially in a hot market. So that's it for today. In our next video, we're going to talk about how to handle the objections when you are dealing with circle prospecting. Thank you so much for watching my video until the end. If you are a realtor or a real estate wholesaler who's looking for a cold caller, you can reach out to us by emailing me at info@telecrewoutsourcing.com, or you can also go to our website at www.telecrewoutsourcing.com to book a meeting to have a discovery call with my team. Thank you so much for your time today and have a great day. Bye!